Is this thing on? Boys, I'm back. It's been far too long. I got a comment during the week on one of my videos being like, surely there's some updates for us. I never put like a Barcelona recap video up. Haven't kept up to date with the YouTube at all. And to be honest, I'm kind of sickened about it because I've done some cool stuff and I've been doing some cool stuff. I've been documenting it an awful lot over on Instagram and over on TikTok. I'll put them here if you do come across this video. Have a look on Instagram at ChazLilFit. Have a look on TikTok at the Chaz Fella. There are some huge things happening over the next couple of months, and I know everyone who does any sort of this online stuff always says shit like that, but I promise you there's some really, really cool stuff coming up, so do pay attention to them, and there'll be a big announcement coming probably at the end of next month. We're in June now, so yeah. Around the end of July, we'll start hyping up my next little challenge and next little fundraiser, which should be good. Updates. This is going to be a talky video, right? So put it on and go and have a cup of tea and just listen to me yap. But we obviously finished Barcelona Marathon. I probably have the remnants of a YouTube video to put together for Barcelona. I only just turned on this camera and I've been seeing that like Amy and Burnsy were actually taking videos and stuff while I was running and stuff in Barca. So I might have a video to put up from the whole Barcelona weekend, but that was so long ago now. That was nearly 3 months ago. Like, so actually fucking genuinely 3 months to the day. Anyway, there's my medal, lads. We finished Barcelona Marathon in 3 hours and 3 minutes. Sub 3 did not happen on the day. 25k in, I got a ridiculous hamstring cramp. Never cramped up once in any of my training runs for this whole marathon prep. On the day, obviously it's a lot hotter in Barcelona than it is in Cork. Cramped up, got my salt tablets all wrong, and just didn't take enough of them, and subsequently cramped up and really struggled for the last 17k. Couldn't really open up. Somehow held it together for around a 3:03 marathon, which is, look, fucking hell, I'm delighted with it. I really do think it's a good testament to all the training I put in. It's a good reward from all the work I put in. Obviously, sub 3 on my first one would have been absolutely unreal. I would have been buzzing with it, but it's not the end of the world. And what I always remind people is it's not about the flipping finish line. It's not about the time. It is about the person you become along the way. And from documenting it, from doing all of this, hand on heart can say my life has changed. Like, so I really have to be grateful for running and grateful for the marathon and grateful for my friends and the support group around and just everything that's been going on in my life, to be honest. But yeah, so 3 months since this, I will probably put up a video on it. I know it's very late, but you'll watch it. It'll be fun. In the meantime, what have I done? I ran a few 10-milers. I ran the Mallow 10-miler after with Amy, my girlfriend. Our goal was to beat her 10-miler time, which was under an hour and 20. I think she had done an hour and 22-minute 10-miler. So the goal was to get it in under that, and we ended up with a 1:17 10-miler in Mallow, which was really good for her. Not that she cared, but I enjoyed doing it. It was like the weekend after Barcelona. It was a good bit of crack. I was running along, acting like a bit of a pacemaker for people trying to go under the hour and 20 minutes. It was a good buzz. Following on from that, then we did Churchtown 10-miler. I did that with Amy as well, but she ran it on her own. I actually raced that hard. Ended up with an hour and 2 minutes there down in Churchtown, which is a very tricky course. If you've done Churchtown, it says it on the bib. It's like, it's hilly, get over it. And a fucking very hilly course. Extremely hilly with a few very short but fucking steep hills, which are worse, I think, than like a nice gradual climb. So yeah, done that in an hour and 2. I think that I didn't beat my Churchtown time for it, but given the elevation and stuff, I think I actually performed better. And my last couple of K were very fast. I really had a kick in me. I think I finished with like a few 3:46s per kilometer for the last like 3 or 4K, which is quite impressive. I haven't really had that ability to kick in the last 5K of a race ever. So it's nice to see that kind of engine had been built from the marathon training. Then I went into a big block for Cork City half marathon, boys. And Jesus, even currently, I'm in the shape of my life. It's probably 2 weeks after that race now, but things are going really well. Obviously, touch wood, in running, anything can go wrong at any time. But for that Cork City half, I was in the shape of my life and have continued on since then. But the fucking salt tablets, boys. I swear to God, they're out to get me. Didn't have enough of them in Barcelona, and then 11k into Cork City half, I fucking swallowed 2 salt tablets the wrong way. I have them here somewhere, look. Big dirty bastards of yolks, boy. So I was grabbing these in like 2s and 3s out of my pocket and just fucking firing them into my mouth. Because it was a hot day, I was throwing water down my neck. These were in my back pocket of my shorts, and they'd gotten a bit damp. Went to swallow it back. One of them burst in my fucking windpipe, and then I ended up nearly dying. Fucking genuinely, not even being fucking dramatic. Couldn't breathe for a minute or two. Side of the road, had to like make myself get sick. Then anytime I breathed in through my nose, there was obviously like salt and shit down my windpipe. I kept just fucking puking. Obviously my body was trying to get it up. Not a good time. But I had fucking put down a really solid 11k of that race and had set my second fastest 10k time ever within that 11k. And if you know a Cork City half marathon course, the first half of it is extremely hilly. So the plan was to get to 14k, and for the last 7k put the foot down. So yeah, it's kind of annoying that I couldn't stroke my ego, let's call it, and get a really nice PB there in the half marathon. But there's plenty more races out there, and I was just buzzing to get through it alive and in one piece and not injured through that whole block, because the Burnsy fella had thrown some bad sessions in there, lads. I had some hard training in for that Cork half. And again, I was in really, really good shape. I think my threshold pace and my half pace was down around the 3:45s per kilometre, which is pretty good for me. I know the goal will be to improve that and to get like my fucking even marathon time down around there, but yeah, it's pretty good for me. Recently then, since then, I did 2 5Ks. We did the John Buckley 5K down in the marina. No shade on John Buckley, but it was 5.4k of a race. Mass start, like just a very poorly laid out race, to be honest. But we ended up getting a PB there of like 17 minutes, 17 seconds, which is pretty good over 5k. And then this week just gone, we raced the Musgraves 5k, so another BHAA race. Down the marina, different course this time, bang on 5k. A much nicer course as well, and that was done in 17:05. So I'm close enough to beating the old 16 minutes in the 5k, lads. Or not the 16, beating the 17 minutes, getting into the 16s even in the 5k, lads, which would be really, really nice going forward. I think I'm teetering on that line of, I don't know when your 5k time stops being cool and starts being like, oh, you're a bit of a loser, but I think around the 16:30 is that time. Like if I tell people, oh, I have a 17 minutes and 5 second 5k, they're kind of like, oh, this fella's cool, like he's fast. Whereas if I'm in the 16s, I think people are like, oh, this fella's a bit of a loser, all he does is run. Money messing. But that was my most recent race. In terms of races coming up, I have the Dublin City Half Marathon. That is in September. I think that's the 28th of September. It's now the 15th of June. And then the big one is going to be Dublin City Full Marathon in October. And I think, again, that's like the 25th of October. It's towards the end of October anyway. It could be earlier. But anyway, in and around there. So they're the next two. My issue at the moment, right, and this is a massive like excuse from my behalf, because I love fucking documenting these like training blocks, and I love being able to watch back along them and having these kind of videos of me sitting down talking to this camera in my room to watch back on and see my thought process at the time of things, and even watching back over some of the Barcelona training footage, and in retrospect now having done the marathon, and how little, not respect I gave the marathon, but how great of a feat it is in hindsight, you know? Like having done it is like, holy shit, the marathon is hard. And here's me talking on this camera being like, I'm going to do this and the plan is to do this. All that goes out the window when you do it, but it's great to have this documentation of my brain, like to look back on. But yeah, the big excuse is that it's fucking difficult to get any sort of different clips or clips of me running or training footage or anything along those lines if I want it to be good, and I do want it to be good. So the videos just end up being me talking about my training into this camera in my room with this blank background behind me, like, you know, which I don't think anyone really wants to watch. I may as well just do a fucking big long voice note. But the issue is having someone or getting someone on a bike or running with us with the camera and getting a bit of footage. because I do think it'll be pretty good. Do you know who I love on YouTube, and he doesn't upload anymore, but is Anthony O'Brien. Remember Anto, lads, from Dublin? If you haven't watched Anto's videos or haven't seen his YouTube, my God, it was unreal. And it was just around the time I was getting into running, and seeing the way he documented everything, and the little mini series he had of him like trying to break 15 minutes in the 5K. He had like a whole marathon prep for Seville. Just really, really good quality, fucking cool training videos and cool videos in general. And I'd love to do a little bit like that, you know what I mean? I have all the gear, like I bought new mics and everything. Look, I've like the 2 of these DJI mics. I got one for James. I've this mic that's on me. This camera, I just bought a new memory card for it, and I'm doing fucking nothing with it, like, so I really need to get the finger out. And I'm going to just put this up, maybe throw a few overlays on it of races and stuff, but I'm really just getting it up as a what you call it, stop piece? No. Placeholder on my YouTube to say that I've uploaded and I've kept you in the loop and fucking updated you on what's next and stuff. But I really want to put some good production videos out. If anyone who's watching this and fucking follows me or anything wants to fucking hop on a bike and grab the DJI here and follow me and my cousin James around for a few sessions on Wednesday nights or on long runs on Sundays, will you let me know, will you? Because that would be unbelievable. Yeah, because at the moment it's just this. I don't even have to edit this. I just fire it up on YouTube and away you go. But yeah, that would be great. Anyway, other than that, the next big thing on this YouTube channel will probably be that fundraiser. Me and Tubbs, I don't know if you've ever met Tubbs. Tubbs is a great man. But our next thing is a big fundraiser at the end of August into the middle of September. We're doing something big. We're doing something major, but I want to do like a proper series and documentation of that. We'll do a few videos to hype it up and try drum up a bit of attention for this, because it is a cause that is close to both of our hearts, and that is a pun. But yeah, we're going to raise a fucking load of money for a really good cause. So that is coming soon. I would love to keep documenting my training over the next few months and weeks. I'll do my best to do it. In the meantime, Instagram, TikTok. I do daily uploads on TikTok every day, a vlog. On my Instagram, 2 to 3 times a week, I'd be putting up some sorts of posts, and then on my stories, I'm always throwing up my training. So you can keep an eye on me over there. Give a comment to this video, like it, share it, put it on your big screen and take an Instagram story of it. Thank you for watching. That was 13 minutes of a podcast with me rambling. But yeah, train hard, be strong, go on.